Comptroller of Apapa Port. Of course, like I said, Nigeria's premier port and the flagship command of the Nigeria Customs Service. The Comptroller deemed it fit to pay you this August visit in February to familiarize himself with you and members of your esteemed association. Of course, we know the volume of trade that takes place in Apapa on daily basis, monthly and weekly, day in, day out. It is noteworthy to state that more than 50% of the work done, not only in Apapa, but in the maritime industry, is done by members of this association. So, like the controller used to say, when Apapa sneezes, Nigeria catches cold. Of course, I can say without fear of any contradiction that when maritime workers sneezes, the entire economy catches cold. And I think, if my memory serves me right, this is the first time a state area controller is visiting this Oval Office. Sir, I don't want to belabor you much, but it's interesting to know that the controller holds a doctorate degree in peace and conflict resolution. So when next you are going to Abuja for any negotiation, you may extend, yes, sir. And I don't know, since we are privileged to be on the high table with the president, if I can introduce the controller as Comrade Comptroller Babatunde Olomu. To my immediate right-hand side is the acting DC Gate, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, or Kukoyi. Sir, to your immediate right-hand side, well, I don't know if also to introduce him as comrade, since he's a mufti. Another comrade from the intelligence unit of the service, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Hamawa. To his right is Superintendent of Customs, Tunde Ayagbalo, the incoming Public Relations Officer of the command. And lastly, myself, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Abubakar Usman, the outgoing Public Relations Officer of the command. Sir, may I seek your permission to respectfully invite the Customs Area Controller to state the purpose of his visit here, sir?
The President General of the Nigerian Maritime Workers Union, very distinguished executive members of the Nigerian Workers Union, the delegation from the Nigerian Customs Service, Apapa Area Command, our brothers, our sisters from the fifth episode of the realm. Good morning to all of us. This morning, we're here, just as I mentioned to the President General in his office. We're here to, on behalf, to deliver the goodwill message of the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, DSM, PSC Daga. He had asked me, in fact, I told the President General that this morning he had called twice to confirm if we've gotten to the secretariat here. And I told him we're on our way. In fact, he would have loved to be here, if not for some last-minute changes to his itinerary. Sincerely, he had asked me to convey his heartfelt, very deep feelings over the ordeals and travails of maritime workers, and to tell you that he identifies with you. And also, he is committed towards resolving all the issues that have been brought to the front burners in the last few days. He has been following the activities of the maritime workers. You recall, as the PRO mentioned, when maritime workers sneezes, it's not just the port that catches cold, it's the entire nation that catches cold. Because the CGC knows the very strategic role maritime workers occupy in not just the maritime sector, but in the entire economy of the nation. I may wish also to recall that last year, the sum of 6.1 trillion was generated into coffers of government by the Nigerian Customs Service. Sincerely speaking, if we were to apportion the quantum that maritime workers, because we can't do the job. PG mentioned it earlier. There is no way one hand can clap. This job of revenue generation, trade facilitation, cannot be done. And this was why the CGC had asked me to personally come to convey his message to the President General of the Maritime Workers Union. And that's why we are here this morning. He had also asked me to tell the President General, as well as the distinguished executives, that at the strategic level, he has started engagement with relevant stakeholders towards ameliorating and resolving all the issues that you have mentioned, and that within the shortest possible time, all these issues will be addressed. And lastly, he had asked me to plead that you should please, for the sake and the interests of our nation, have a rethink about withdrawing your services and about shutting down the port. This is the message of the Comptroller General of Customs, sir. And thank you very much.
I want to thank you and your team for coming. On behalf of Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, we are highly elated to have received you this morning. Not only that, this is the first time we are seeing the representative of the CGC coming to our secretariat. It shows that the CGC and your team, you are following us, all our activities, you know how we behave, and you know how we work with you, because I was telling you, my officer, that the second wife you have is dock workers. The shipping and Nigeria Port Authority and other relevant stakeholders that are working under you. Because without you, where is the revenue drive that the government is talking about today? And without the poor workers at the terminal, on board the vessels or wherever, where are they going to generate all those things that we're talking about, the revenue drive? And I want to use this medium to, now that you have put me on, how do I put it, sir? You tell the whole world that you are here in my office, and this is where the thing is taking place, sir. you know, you pass through jungle. This is jungle where the jungle that house the international body called ITF, the body that house Deputy President of NLC and his team, the body that has President and President of 4 branches of this great union. We are not strike mongers. I want you to send that message to the CGC. The Maritime Workers of Nigeria will follow due process. And part of the due process we have done is by way of asking the government to look into our problems. And for him to have sent a high, powerful delegation to come and meet us here today, we will continue to respect him as one of the best CGC that have ever been appointed by Mr. President. Out of 100 appointments, I think this one is one of the best, among the best of appointments Mr. President made. And I do not think Mr. President made mistake of appointing him, because this is the first time we are seeing a grassroots person, an insider that was part of the system over the years. He passed through all the ranks and files. So I think the politicians should learn from all these things that Mr. President have made this time around by saying, okay, let an insider be the CGC. And since he came in, he has been wonderfully performing without any problem. Yeah, you said it, 6 trillions. Where's our stake there? The poor workers, their salary, their welfare. When we ask the terminal operators to increase their salary, it's like we are begging them to increase it. So it's part of the message I want you to pass to my brother, our leader, that they should create an awareness for all the port workers. They are not slaves, they are all responsible workers that are making this golden egg that everybody is talking about today. It's a gateway to Nigerian economy. Who are they? It's the poor workers, the port workers. And their salary sometimes is nothing to write home about. We subjected them to 0730 to 1930. Now, when you have 100% custom examinations, is it not those guys that are going to do it? It's dock workers that are going to do it. So we want to use this medium to appeal to our brother that at least let there be connectivity between Maritime Workers of Nigeria and the custom. Let us have marriage of convenience. Let us have marriage of convenience. That is what we believe in. We are not strike mongers. We don't strike anyhow. We don't sort the economy because we don't have any other country called Nigeria. Let us, all of us, join hands and salvage it together. That's our principle as a union leader in Maritime Workers of Nigeria. We don't believe in shutting down ports. We don't believe in antagonizing our security agents. We believe in due process. And why you see all this ultimatum coming up now is as a result of maltreatment going on between the truck owners and the state government. There's no way you're going to set up a task force. You need to involve the union, you need to involve, even including your officer, need to be part of the task force, because the job they're coming to do is inside the port, not on the road. For you impounding their vehicles, not only impounding the vehicle, you destroy the vehicle. And there's nobody among all of us sitting down here that can afford to buy a new truck now. And those old men have contributed to the great economy we are talking about in this country today, where somebody cannot afford to buy another new truck. And the one they have, you destroy the trucks. Not only destroying it, you ask them to come and pay charges of 500,000, 400,000 naira, which is uncalled for. And that's why we said there's need for government to look into that, calling the task force to order. We are not saying they don't have any business doing, because it's the government that appointed them. But they should respect the rules of law, and they should respect the people that are doing the job. Not just come and wake up one day, 3 a.m. when everybody are sleeping, then you start doing your own business and destroy their vehicles. So I want to thank you on behalf of the union. We want to appreciate you for coming. that our CG, we are with him, and we are with your team. We continue to support you. But don't forget us, this trillion that is generating, we are the one doing it. We are the one generating that trillion. Is to connect us properly. There's marriage of convenience that I want all of us to do together. Thank you, and God bless you for coming. Victory, victory for all. In the struggle for our members, there is victory for all. Forward, ever backward, never. In the struggle for our members, there is victory.
The game changer, President General of Maritime Workers, thank you very much for that. I want to first and foremost commend and appreciate the role that the customs has been playing in our country, not only in the port. You see, when I was young, we normally refer to port as custom because we believe that the port belongs to custom. I would say, Mommy, I'm going to custom. I'm going to go to custom. That's what we were saying because we know the importance of custom. However, I want to pass a message to the Comptroller General that we thank him so much. Since his inception as a CG, we have been enjoying him, and I believe we continue to enjoy him. You see, in time of our ignorance, we thought that custom was our problem. This problem I've come, but when we start attending the seminar, the workshop organized by the Nigerian custom, it is there we got to know that, custom did not even make any law. Custom is only implementing the law that the authority put in place. Not only that, custom is not the people that are giving us problem. Who are the people? People that have failed, refused to declare honestly what they are put into the container. Had it been that the importers tell the custom exactly what is in the pot or in the container, they will not be arresting our vehicle. Having said this, thank you very much. On the reason why we are here, yes, like we have no other country that we can call our own. This is Nigeria. And not only that, port is a place where we earn our living. And no right-thinking person will be biting the finger he or she is using to feed himself. But if you wear a shoe, and the shoe is pinching, you'll be able to say, this is where the shoe is pinching us. And again, if somebody is not pinching you with a pin, that person cannot expect you to be smiling. You will be screaming, even though you cannot retaliate. That is exactly what is going on. We want to let the authority know that put those committees in place because, to my understanding of the committee, it's supposed to be people of intellectual that can sit down and come up with a holistic idea on how problem can be solved. But it's unfortunate that their committee has seen us as their cocoa farm that they can pluck, as their ATM that they can just press number and money will go now. And this is affecting our business. That's why you see most of our trucks in a rickety and dilapidated condition because the money we're supposed to use to maintain these trucks are being taken away directly or indirectly. Once again, thank you very much. PG, this is our house. Thank you.
Appreciate the Comptroller General of Customs, ably represented here by Comptroller Olomu and his entourage. Indeed, we are very glad because this is an epoch-making event. The very first time that the customs, the head of customs, the leadership of customs have come to the Secretariat of Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. And indeed, we are glad because we know this meeting will not only end here, it will further strengthen the ties between the Maritime Workers Union leadership.
On this note, I want to pray that God will see you through your day-to-day affairs. God will see you through every work that you do in order to bring progress to the country. I still want to remind you that there are other things that we will need, but maybe this is not the avenue to discuss that. I want to say that by the time you keep talking with the president of
Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, you will, come to know some of the things that will strengthen the ties. So on this note, I want to say a very big welcome, and may God guide you back to your offices in Jesus' name.